What's going on, guys? I am back with another video. This time we're looking at more combos with Ponix and Kit. This one is going to be a combo with Ponix and Kit and a helper. And I'll throw up on the screen what I mean by a helper. It's going to be everything highlighted here. So keep that in mind. Any of these cards works for this. But there are some cards, I'll actually highlight them a different color, that do help the combo a little more, specifically Hanuman and Arvada. So keep that in mind. Let's get right into it. We're going to go into Ponix. We're going to add the Sanctuary. We're going to activate it to place the field spell. We're going to link off into Almirage. We're going to activate the field spell, popping Kit. This is very reminiscent to the other video that I made, if you've seen that. We're going to go Kit 1, Garunix 2 to chain block the Kit. And then on resolution of that, we're going to go Nerval 1, Garunix 2 to chain block the Nerval. And we'll destroy the Kirin and we'll add Karas. The Kirin will special summon the Ponix. If your opponent has any cards on the field at this point, you would non-target pop, if you choose to. We're going to link 2 using the Almirage and the Garunix into Sunlight Wolf, and then we'll use the Ponix to go into Link Karibo. That will trigger the Sunlight Wolf to get us the Kirin for next turn, and then we'll go into the Heat Soul. So what a helper is, I didn't tell you guys this in the beginning, because we're about to actually draw into it, and I decided to show you this. We actually get a chance to draw into the helper by the time we need it. So we get one chance to draw it, and let's see if we get it. And oh, looky me, I got it because, you know, I fixed it. So, but I mean, you saw all the cards that were helpers. I'll throw it up again. You know, there's almost zero chance that you don't have one of those in your hand. So we'll call it a 2.5 card combo. We'll go Karas, discarding the newly drawn BBW. And a helper is a BBW, any card that can destroy your fire monsters on your opponent's turn. So Kirin, Circle, things like that. And anything that you would search. So for example, the Sanctuary. Yeah. So we're going to go Karas. We're going to link 4 into the Shurag. A little quick. We're going to link 4 into the Shurag. And then we're going to link 2 into Ferrogy using those 2. This is basically the same combo we had in the other video. I'm just showing a different variant that forks off towards the end. We're going to add the Fractal off of the Shurag. We're going to use it to special summon. We're going to special summon Bearbrum. And we're going to banish the Karas and the Shurag. So the only BBW left in your grave should be Garunix at this point, because it's the most important one. You need it on your opponent's turn. Then we're going to link into Appaloosa. We're going to trigger our Ferrogy and our Bearbrum. And we're going to make sure we chain block the Bearbrum because it's the more important effect. Ferrogy is basically a +0. Bearbrum actually gets you like interruptions. So make sure you chain block the Bearbrum. It's more important. So it looks like we used potentially 4 cards. We actually used 2 because we returned a Talents to keep the Imperm. Or I'm sorry, we used 3. We used 3 cards for this. So I'm just kind of showing by adding the Imperms that you can also recycle your hand with this combo. The same way that you could with the combo in my last video. So if your opponent DD Crows or Called by the Graves, anything that you have, you can actually prevent that from going off by using Revolt to summon that monster. And I did show that in my last video. but you know, this is a new video, so I'm gonna go over all the things that are relevant. So we're gonna activate Heat Soul to get another draw. So at this point, we have 3 cards that we did not have to use for the combo. So these are just 3 random cards. We're gonna get another draw and put another one back. So at this point we've recycled 3 cards. And then we've added the Kieran and the Kit. So this is full combo, full Fire King combo, even if they get rid of your whole board right now. So something that a lot of people don't realize is that Shureg doesn't have to be used on summon. It can be used when you summon any BBW. So let's see what we're going to do with that. We're going to go Kieran. And we're going to activate Shureg because Kieran was summoned to non-target banish a card. And then we're going to go through our Fire King stuff to also pop one more card. And then we also get to search follow-up. And if it gets impermed or, you know, chaliced or anything like that, we can link Karibo to tribute it to summon itself. So yeah, that's going to be the first combo. Let's get into the second combo. Alright, so this is going to be the second combo. This one is going to be more to keep and gain more advantage. You're basically trading the Revolt and the Appaloosa for the search of any level 4 or lower BBW. So it could be an interruption like Rangbali or Arvada or even EDOPro. Yeah, you're basically trading the Appaloosa and the Revolt for the Rangbali or Hanuman, a Pit Knight early, and a draw. So keep that in mind. We're going to go into the same Fire King Ponix combo that we went into last time. This destroying the Kit for the Fire King Island. Summoning Garunix. Sending the Nerval, adding the Karas, destroying the Kieran. Everything is the same. Go into Sunlight, link Karibo, add back the Kieran, Heat Soul, draw 1 card. We're gonna just so happen to draw into another helper because we also needed a helper for this combo. This is a 2-card combo plus a helper. So yeah, I'll throw that up again just in case anybody doesn't know what a helper is, but this is a helper. So yeah, moving on, we'll go Karas, special summon itself, discarding the helper. We'll go Banish 4 to go into Shureg. And at this point, we're going to go into Pit Knight early instead of the Farigite. Because what does that do for us? We have a quick effect imperm basically, because Heat Soul is a quick effect on the opponent's turn at any point basically, and early triggers off of Heat Soul. So, essentially, if your opponent doesn't interact with Heat Soul in some way, you're able to negate one of their effects. So, yeah. We're going to search the Hanuman, because we get a search of any level 4 lower wing beast, and we do need a fire because we don't have... Well, I guess we don't need a fire, so you could actually search EDOPro here. So you could search Arvada, Hanuman, EDOPro... So yeah, you have a lot of options here. And then on top of that, you're still left with 3 cards that you started with. So it's kind of like a 2-card combo because you drew into the BBW, so you discarded that. So now we get another draw on the opponent's turn, so that's Heat Soul. Now we have 4 different random cards that we didn't need for the combo in our hand at the beginning of the opponent's turn. Plus, we have full Fire King combo. We have the Pit Knight early to go ahead and negate one of their effects. It's a very good combo for keeping up your advantage. On top of that, if you use Kieran to destroy Pit Knight early, it comes back during the end phase. So even if you clear your board with the Xyz, it still comes back during the end phase and you get an extra interruption during the opponent's turn. You can use it because you can summon it pointing at your Xyz, and then you can use your Xyz discarding a card to destroy one of your opponent's spells or traps. And if they don't respond, you can use early to then go ahead and negate one of their monsters or turn it to 0. It's pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, that's gonna be that combo. I actually wanted to show one more combo because I got a comment about it on one of my other videos. Okay, so a viewer commented on my last video talking about that you could go into IP instead of Appaloosa, and that way you get access to Revolt, because you could go Bearbrum here and then that into IP to add the Revolt and put the Ash back. The Revolt gets you access to the Fire to use for the Kieran. So that would work. The only issue is you would have to be using a link to go into IP, so that's not possible. But what you could do is you could go into Pit Knight early instead. Pit Knight early only takes 2 effect monsters, so he is an option for that situation. Keep that in mind. And then he's also a fire, so you actually don't need to use the Revolt to get your Kieran off. So keep that in mind. Yeah, cool thoughts, cool notes. Alright guys, this is going to be the third and final combo. This is going to be basically just Ponix plus any fire. We're going to go over a very basic, just pure Fire King combo. The reason we're going over this is because somebody commented on one of my last videos about some of the monsters in the extra deck, and I just wanted to point out the importance of why they're here. They're here because if you see Ponix with nothing, no way to get into Tri-Brigade stuff, this is what you probably want to do. You're going to normal summon Ponix, go into Sanctuary. Sanctuary, place the Fire King field spell. You're going to link off into Almirage. You need the Ponix in the graveyard. You're going to destroy any fire for the island. You're going to add Garunix. Garunix is going to summon itself off of its trigger. And then it's going to trigger again when it's summoned to destroy Kieran from the deck. Kieran is going to trigger to summon Ponix. We're going to go link 2 using the Almirage and the Garunix into the Sunlight Wolf. You can see this is the basis for every combo in this video. This is the basis for. A couple of the combos in the last video, this is the basis for. So yeah, it's actually pretty important. We're going to go link Karibo under the Sunlight Wolf. That way we trigger the Sunlight Wolf to add back Kieran. That gives us access to the Fire King stuff because we have Garunix in the grave and we have a fire on the board. So we have Heat Soul. We're going to use Heat Soul to draw 1. And then on the opponent's turn, as soon as they do an action or even in the draw phase, we'll use Heat Soul to draw another card. So what does this give us? Ponix by itself is just the Xyz. So the purpose of this combo is to get Garunix into the grave. That way you get more than just the Xyz interruption. You get 2 draws because you get the Heat Soul on your turn and the Heat Soul on your opponent's turn as well. And then you also get access to your full Fire King combo, including your Kieran pop or your Arvada summon or, you know, your Ponix destruction so that you can add it back during the opponent's standby phase, or Barong so that you can activate that during the opponent's standby phase. So yeah, this is a pretty good combo. It really makes Ponix much more prevalent when you see it with fire bricks. Things like, you know, Ring Bali that you can't do anything with on your turn, or even Arvada in some cases. So yeah, keep that in mind. This is going to be the third and final combo of this video. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see from this deck moving forward. I will be going into some Snake Eye stuff. I highly recommend you guys get your Snake Eye Ashes right now. Snake Eye Ash, maybe even a Flamberge, and your original Sinful Spoils. You need those cards. Even, honestly, it can be built, the Snake Eye stuff can be built on a budget if the Populace and the Bonfire are not too expensive. Even if just the Populace is not too expensive. If Populace, which is coming out in February, I believe, if Populace is less than like 20 bucks, then the Snake Eye version of this deck is going to have a budget version. So highly recommend you guys look into that stuff. But even the Tri-Brigade stuff is going to be a lot better after February. So I will be updating these deck profiles and these combos after February. But for now, I think I'm going to be going into some Dragon Link stuff. I'm going to be going into some pure Fire King stuff. I'm going to be doing some Dogmatica Fire King stuff. I think just deck profiles for those two. And then I'll probably start working my way into the Snake Eye stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.